Hey, look out. It's Faith Talk Live. I'm Rick Probst.
And I'm Dan Ratcliffe.
She's 6,000 feet up in the air, Brittany Raymer, and she's a part of Focus on the Family, the life issues analyst. And this does sound like a Superman newspaper. She's a writer for the Daily Citizen.
The Daily Citizen.
Brittany, how are you?
I'm doing well. How are you guys doing?
Doing good.
I'll bet you have never, ever had an intro like that.
No, I can't say that I have.
You can hire us out, and we'll do that every day for you and introduce you to people that way.
She's going to probably tell her peeps, I never want to be with those guys again.
Those guys are weird.
That's okay. We'll talk about the good stuff that's going on this weekend. Actually, it's Saturday the 26th. It is Sea Life 2020. We've been talking about it and pushing people to go ahead and sign up. I checked the website this morning, and I'm sure it's updated by now, but it was somewhere around 151,000. So we need some more folks to sign up and pledge, and they can also go to hashtag Love Every Heartbeat. So, all right, we're getting close now, Brittany, and I know the closer that anyone gets to a major event, there's a lot of excitement and there's a lot of things to do. So how you guys doing?
We're doing well. There's so many exciting things going on, especially with the recent passing of Ruth Bader Ginsburg. There's a lot of attention on the issue of abortion in the courts and things. And so people are really excited. People are very, very engaged. And we're super excited to be able to put on this event and really show people that there is life inside the womb.
Now, we've talked with some other folks about Robin Chambers, specifically about the upcoming event, Sea Life, which is on Saturday. But for those who may not have heard anything about it, tell us what Sea Life is all about.
Right. So it's a online event that's premiering September 26th at 8 p.m. Eastern. And so it'll feature a variety of people hosted by Jeannie Mancini, who's the head of the March for Life, and Benjamin Watson, the retired football star. And also feature Lila Rose, Abby Johnston, Christina Bennett, Melissa Oden, and we will be sharing just about life and just the passion that so many people have for the pro-life movement. And there'll be musicians and music as well. And at the end, there'll be a live 4D ultrasound. And so people can really get a live inside look at life in the womb.
Awesome.
It's amazing that they can do that, right? The 4D ultrasound. I mean, my oldest is 31, and I think they were drawing it on a piece of paper.
This is what it would look like, see, Mr. Probst.
But it's so cool that they can do that, and you can actually see the baby, which I think really helps, doesn't it?
I mean, it really does help so much. And I think part of the reason we have such a strong pro-life generation right now is that they've really had this inside look that most previous generations have not had. So it's not just a clump of cells or just something that they really can't, kind of imagine, but we can actually see inside. We can see the babies yawning and stretching and hiccuping and those sorts of things. And I will say last year we did a live from New York event. And so we were in Times Square. There was a 4D ultrasound. And when people saw that, Times Square, one of the busiest places on earth, it became rather silent as even the protesters took some time, people milling around to see this baby inside the womb. It was actually Abby Johnson's. She gave birth a couple of weeks after that. And so people just were mesmerized by the sight of that baby.
And Abby Johnson, wow, what a story her story is. We were just talking just recently about the movie Unplanned, which is kind of her story about her. And just what a phenomenal story that is. Now, do we know whose baby we're going to be seeing this weekend? Are you allowed to give that information? Or
I'm actually not entirely sure. So it'll be a bit of a surprise, but something that we're really looking forward to and just so excited to share that with our audience and people tuning in, especially for those who maybe have family members or friends who are kind of on the fence about the issue of abortion, don't quite know what's going on. It's a great opportunity for them to tune in as well and really get this unique inside look and just a passionate pro-life event.
Mm-hmm.
Brittany Raymer is a part of Focus on the Family. We love Focus and all that they've done for years and years and years. And this Saturday night at 8 p.m., it is the Sea Life 2020, which we've been talking about. Sign up and pledge. And also, if you want to, you can go to Love Every Heartbeat. Love Every Heartbeat. That is the place to go to. Why is this so personal for you, Brittany? Why does this touch your soul, your heart?
Well, for me, my dad was adopted as a baby, and we actually recently were able to find his birth family. It was, closed adoption, as many were back in those days. And so we found out his mom actually had 8 children.
Mm.
He was the fifth one. First one she gave up for adoption. She gave up one of his sisters and then another sister a couple of years down the line. And him and one of his sisters was actually raised together. So it's very personal for me because I would just love to be able to, unfortunately, she passed away many years ago now of cancer. I would just love to be able to meet her and thank her so much for the sacrifice she made, not only to save my dad's life, but 2 of my aunts as well, to get them up for adoption and give them the chance. They were all adopted into Christian homes. And so we are so thankful for her and just what she did for us. And so that's why it's just very personal for me. And just, I know adoption and abortion just touches so many lives. So we're really hoping that this impacts so many people.
Now, for folks who want to be a part of it and get involved, obviously you can go to FOTF, focusonthefamily.org, and sign the pledge. Now, what does signing the pledge do for them?
It's a pledge that allows them to say, that they do support every heartbeat and that they are passionate about life, and that gives them an invite into the event, and so that they can come on and really be standing for life. And this is something I think we plan to pass on to somebody in Washington, and just really say that there are hundreds of thousands of people in this country that are just absolutely passionate about life. And this is an issue that we stand for, no matter, who's in office, that we are just passionate about life.
Yeah.
I wonder how many folks are getting like a watch party together to, just be a part of the event. And with that, how many folks that have invited people that are on the fence, once they see that, of course, the whole event's going to be amazing, but once they see that 4D picture, I mean, as you mentioned earlier, so many people on the fence, and then that just really shows them and it pushes them over the fence in the right way. I'm sure the numbers are boggling, aren't they?
I think they really are. And especially for women who go to, let's say, pro-life pregnancy resource centers, the ultrasound, that's why so many of them want ultrasound machines, because it really makes a huge difference. For a mom on the fence who doesn't know, what she's going to do. She's nervous about her family, what they're going to think and those sorts of things. And so once she sees that baby, that connection is really made, and it's very personal. And she is able to really connect with her preborn baby. And that is just so important, so that she feels comfortable and confident in making that decision for life. So we really hope that just a lot of people tune in, and that people are really just engaged and excited to join and keep encouraging the pro-life movement.
Now, Brittany, obviously you're excited about the whole event, but is there anybody in particular you're like, I just can't wait for people to hear their story?
Oh my goodness. I would say Christina Bennett. I had a chance to interview her earlier this year, and her story is just incredible. Her mom was actually about to get an abortion, and this janitor came by and just really encouraged her that, that's a baby, and that she should really, consider motherhood and those sorts of things. And it's just this kind of random God encounter. And she just ended up, keeping Christina, and she's just led an incredible life, and she's become very passionate about the pro-life movement. And so I just love her story. And so I'm really excited for people to hear from her and learn more about her life, and how her mom was just really impacted by a simple moment of somebody reaching out and really trying to influence someone for life.
Wow.
That's quite a story. Brittany Raymer here, and we got to take a break here in just a second, but the event's coming up this Saturday at 8 p.m. It is See Life 2020. You can pledge to be a part of it, and do that, will you? And we want this to be huge and touch so many people's lives. Let's talk just a second about the Daily Citizen. You're a writer there. What's in the hopper? What are you writing about? And what are you most, excited to write about?
Right. So the Daily Citizen, which focused on the family, launched not too long ago. It's a great news source from a Christian perspective. We cover all sorts of things. I focus a lot on life issues. So that's abortion, assisted suicide, euthanasia, those sorts of things. But we also talk a lot about culture, judicial issues, legislation, all sorts of things. So if people are really interested in a new Christian news source, it's thedailycitizen.com. You can find us there, and we are just working every day. So today I'm kind of covering some of the Time magazine 100 influential people, talking about how there needs to be, I think, some more Christians and those certain things included on that, and conservatives. And so that'll be, and I'm talking also writing about the Uyghurs. There was a new legislation passed protecting them. Maybe if your audience doesn't know, there's a genocide currently going on in China, and I've interviewed a couple people who have been lost, who are missing family members due to that in China. And so it's a very issue close to my heart, and I'm passionate about bringing that to people's attention. So that's what we'll be working on.
Yeah,
Now,
you guys got your hands full for sure. There's lots of issues to talk about, especially with the Supreme Court justice nominee situation. I mean, who knows what's going to happen? So.
Yeah, we've been covering that a lot, and just from all different angles. It's a unique story and a unique time for sure.
Mm-hmm.
And they can get to you where? FocusOnTheFamily.org?
They can find us at thedailycitizen.org or thedailycitizen.com, and we are there, and we are posting stories every day. And they can also find us on Facebook at The Daily Citizen. And so, just look out for us, and we are there.
Cool.
Brittany, we appreciate you, and of course all that Focus does. Brittany Raymer there, and hey, be a part. It's this Saturday night, the 26th. It is Seed Life 2020, and you can go to FocusOnTheFamily.org, FOTF.org, or there's a link on our website, FaithTalkAtlanta.com. Got to take a break. We'll be right back. I'm Rick Probst.
And I'm Dan Ratcliffe.
This is Faith Talk Live.